Last week, ONR's Jason Doyle reported on the progress Oklahoma has made in improving the quality and safety of its state-run bridges. But what about the thousands of bridges owned and operated by counties and cities? As Jason shows us in part 2 of his report, right now, that may be a bridge too far.
Every day in Oklahoma, hundreds of school buses carrying our children cross county bridges which have been designated structurally deficient. There are roughly 24,000 bridges in the state, and more than 60% of them are the responsibility of the counties. That's more than 13,000 bridges. It's a tall task to keep up, but help is on the way. This week, the Oklahoma Transportation Commission approved the County Improvement for Roads and Bridges Plan, or CIRB.
It's a statutory plan. It's a 5-year plan for county roads and bridges. It's funded with the motor vehicle collection tax. It's about $120 million a year, and about 75% of the plan is funded with this fund.
There are 132 deficient bridges on the state highway system. It's a different story for county bridges.
Unlike the state, we have about just under 2,500 deficient bridges, structurally deficient bridges out there.
According to the Oklahoma Cooperative Circuit Engineering Districts Board, 20% or 1 in 5 county bridges are deficient or obsolete. The CIRB program is like ODOT's 8-year plan.
And that program is a 5-year plan that seeks to invest in projects out on the county road system that are really of a type that the counties have a hard time in gathering resources to be able to accomplish.
To address their infrastructure needs, many counties must find funding from federal, state, or tribal sources. Adding to the funding issues, in recent years, the legislature took money from transportation funds like CIRB to balance the state budget.
It did impact over the last 3 years, starting back in 2015, when we have revenue failure. Money was taken out of the fund, as with the Department of Transportation. They lost some funds to repurpose it for other state uses.
A total of $230 million was taken out of the fund over a 3-year period, slowing the program down. Now that the state is on better financial footing, the legislature has begun to restore some of the infrastructure funding.
We did receive $30 million back this session, so that helped about 30 to 39 projects that were on the shelf to get funded. So that was hopeful, and we're going to be approaching the legislature again this next session to ask for some additional funding back.
ODOT works with counties to prioritize those projects.
And ultimately, our Transportation Commission considers those recommendations, and that's what forms the county 5-year plan.
ODOT says the CIRB plan for 2020 through 2024 will include nearly $1 billion in projects and address 375 county bridges. One of the areas which can expect to see some improvement is Deer Creek.
In our area, actually, more so, I think, than other parts of the county, and definitely Oklahoma County generally, more so than other parts of the state, we've been able to address most of our bridges that had some sort of rating of deficient.
Because Deer Creek is growing rapidly, the infrastructure is struggling to keep up. Another bridge in the district that's scheduled for replacement is this small bridge just west of State Highway 74 and Waterloo Road. Calvi also wants to improve the capacity of a bridge on Covell, located just a couple miles from the bustling Deer Creek School District.
We think that would help ease some of the access into the Deer Creek High School, Middle School, and one of the elementary schools there, and would very much help in that area.
The problem shared by most counties in our state, there simply isn't enough money to fully fund a wish list of bridge projects.
So we'd love to be able to do that, but the funding just hasn't been available at this point there. And so we're hoping that we can look at the state and say maybe this is something that is a high traffic area, and let's get to that.
Another issue at the county level is the distribution of available tax dollars.
Of course, county taxpayer dollars mostly go to schools and things like that. There's some that goes to the actual county government. But very, very little of the funding for county roads actually comes from the county. It's virtually all state and federal money.
Despite the obstacles, Calvi is optimistic the state's county bridge system is improving.
They are definitely going in the right direction, and we are very glad to be a part of that. We have great folks that work on our road crews, and my hat is off to them for their professionalism and hard work.
Calvi adds he would like to see the state give more priority to projects which are shovel-ready instead of those needing more study and engineering. Jason Doyle, The Oklahoma News Report.